Welcome to another exciting episode of Doug's Electronic Repair Bench.
Good afternoon again, YouTube. I am with you today to bring you some more on this HFT 90 FM tuner. I have the all the way to here. You can see my finger. All the way down through here, all the way through here, coated with the hand cleaner. And I think I didn't show you this yesterday, but if you can see that area there, I cleaned that off with the Dremel and the wire brush. That really worked wonders. I was kind of amazed at how well that worked. Also, you can see I do have tape on the tube sockets. I'll take my little X-Acto set knife and cut around those, and so I can get in closer to the this one's already been done, but the rest of them need to be cleaned around. But I thought while this was soaking in, I would take it upon myself to take this little gem I got in the mail today, and what we're going to do is do some delicate surgery to turn this 5K pot into the, I believe it was 250K pot that this receiver or tuner requires, and with the proper shaft. So I'll probably show that as I do it, and I'll need my close-up camera probably to do that. So we will be back in just a bit. Alright, back once more. As you can see, the new pot on the right there, that's got the switch on it. And what we're going to do again is take the old one, this part here at least, and carefully use this carbon track in place of that one, and we'll use this wiper, which is already on the proper shaft. So basically we'll be taking this and putting it here, and that's going to be the trick. First thing we need to do is clean the carbon track on this. I've never done it yet, so I need to do that. So again, hang on a second. Alright, now we have the carbon track all cleaned up. You can see the dirty Q-tip there. Used the alcohol to do that. That's nice and clean. And need to do this one, the wiper on that. You can see it's pretty grimy there, dirty, what do you want to call it. So we'll clean that one up next. See how it looks. Alright, now this one's looking pretty good. So that'll be a wiper that will go in here to replace that one. And I don't know if I'm going to have to. Had a little hard time getting this off here because of that. Well, you can see the corrosion, or whatever you want to call it, on that shaft. So I may want to clean that up a little bit with the wire brush before I try to slide it over the new one. So we'll see about doing that and get back with you in just a second. Alright, that's all cleaned up now. It's not perfect, but it will do. That's all we needed to do was get it to where it would go over the thing nice and easily. So now the only thing I'm worried about, and I'm not really worried about it, but concerns me a bit, is the back of this. You can see the little knob on it right there, and the type of center piece there that is on that. I'm hoping this is the same kind. Some use a little pin in the middle, and if that's the case, I may have a problem, but usually you can work around it, so I'm not going to worry about it a lot. The pin probably right there is the biggest worry of mine, and I hope it matches the other one. But we'll soon find out, because next thing we're going to do is take our little screwdriver and bend up each one of these little tangs on there and take that one apart. Stay tuned. Alright, this is exactly what I was worried about. You can see that's the new one. There's the switch for the new one. Here's the old one. Quite a bit of difference there. Now, everything would be alright if I could switch these parts here, but you can see that switch is actually riveted in there. So that is creating a little problem for me. I think everything would work alright if I had the correct bottom on here, but I don't. So there's not much you can do about this. Also, another thing that kind of worries me is that the tangs on here are very, very thin. They're nothing like the old ones, which were made, you know, a long time ago. So what I think I'm going to do is try to find another switch that's closer to this one. If I can't do that, then I can always put this bottom part on that and probably make it work, although there's quite a bit of difference in the size of that hole. So I think I'll be better off with trying to find another switch to use. I may end up having to go with Bill's suggestion of putting a toggle switch on, but I didn't really want to do that. I figured I'd try this one. It's only a couple dollars to get this, so I may even try without switching just to see how it works. See how it holds together and things like that. So let me try that and see what happens, and I got nothing to lose there, so be back with you in a second. Alright, I'm back once more. I'm not even going to try that. There's just too many differences here. This is basically, this metal piece here is made onto that. This doesn't even separate. So without that piece there, I'm lost. It probably would have been centered okay enough to do it by that way. And there's enough of, you know, plastic on the back of that where that would have held it away from the bottom. That wouldn't have been a problem. It would have been centered. But this piece here doesn't come off. So being as that doesn't come off, that's kind of a deal breaker. So I guess what we're going to have to do is try to find another one. I need to find, I think this might be a CTS. I'm not really sure. I need to clean that up a little bit and find out for sure. But if it is, I think that's the type of switch I need, a type of pot. So I'll save this one for another project. It may come in handy for something else. So like I say, it's not a big deal, but I would have liked to have been able to replace that and got on with the rest of it. But again, yeah, live and learn. So I may have been better off trying to wait for another FM tuner like this to show up cheap. But you know, sometimes cheap is what you get, as far as, you know, it may have bad switches and things on it too. So I'm gonna do without that. I am gonna go ahead and do a little work with this Dremel and show you how that looks. You can see what it looks like right now. It's kind of dirty, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and run the Dremel over that and see how it cleans up and show you the difference. So hang on one more time. I think you can see that. I'm not really concerned if you can see it all that great. I just wanted to put a little bit of a out there so you could see. think that's good enough. A couple of places I couldn't get with that. Take my scrubby pad here and get over here a little bit. I think I'll just sort of go over the whole thing a little bit. It's not perfect, but like I said, it works a lot better than just this. So probably need to undo that. I've got it in the wrong spot, it looks like. And we'll get that later. This was the main thing I wanted to get, was right here. I wish I could have got there with the brush. It'd been a little bit better, I think. But, like I said, you do what you gotta do, or can do, I guess. That's what it's at. Anyway, that's there's that part of it. I'm gonna show you this on this camera here, and then we'll come back and show you what it looks like with a close-up camera. So I think it does a pretty good job. This doesn't have to be perfect. This is just, I wanted to clean some of the gunk off of it. It's not, like I said, a total full restore. I don't think is what I call this. It's more of a I think a resto mod is what I used the term before. So yeah, that's pretty darn good. Let's get this out of here. Alright, let me take the close up now and take a look at it. We'll see what it looks like. Alright. Well, how well you can see that, but it's pretty good. I'll bend it a little up here and see what can... There's a little bit of a shine to it there. It does look a lot better than it did. Now that part right under there is going to have to be gotten to a little bit better. I don't like that. But in this one here too, same thing. So anyway, you can see that makes pretty quick work of it. So I'm happy of that. I don't like anything that makes more work. Next thing I'll have to do is down there on that end, I'm going to have to move those wires back under the chassis and spread some goop down through there. And that tape covering that rectifier tube's not going to stick too good. It doesn't look like it because it's already got a bunch of stuff on it, so I'll have to get that better. And let's see, I've got this part here to do yet, and in between these two tubes. So this one's done. I got one little spot here. It needs to be some, it's not really bad. I can do that without the wheel or the wire brush. So but anyway, that's that. For this front part, I think all I'm going to do is pretty much alcohol and rub down with a rag. It's not it looks more like on the end here. It's not in bad shape. Same with this here on the front. I might try on this top section here to use that wire wheel a little bit because it's kind of rough. So other than that, the underneath is going to have to be. I'll take the brush and get some of the cobwebs out of it and anything else that needs to be gotten out. There's a little bit of a brown spot over here from the heat from the resistor. I'm going to check that resistor, by the way. The rest of it, you can see it comes through on the bottom there. That's going to have to be wiped off. So not a big deal. So anyway, like I say, that's got it pretty good, I think. So I'm happy with the results of that. Just now noticed this that fell off of somewhere. It's not good when things fall off and you don't know where they come from. And I'll figure it out. If it doesn't work when I put it back together, I know it's missing that. So, like I say, go ahead and set this back down. So, like I say, that's got it pretty good, I think. So I'm happy with this part especially. That there is good enough. Like I say, there's this here is great. If I can get the sections in here done like that, I'll be really happy. So you guys, I think I'm going to end this video here. I've got enough segments in here probably to piece together. So what I'm going to do is, I just now noticed that this has been out here. I think I tried to bend that a little bit with those pliers. I think I need to bend that back before I put it back together. That ain't good. So you can see. So anyway, like I say, that's what I'm doing. So I will be doing this putting it back together, or not putting it back together, but putting these segments together on a video. And let me get this off. And again, thank you all for watching. And you guys have a lovely Saturday afternoon. It's rainy here, so not much going on. Grandson's at work. Had to work this weekend. And I'm just hanging out with the tuner. I know one thing I could do is not clean this up, but I'm going to take some steel wool and go over the top of that one more time. And then probably take it out to the garage to paint it. I've got primer and paint both to do this. I think it's better when you put a little primer on it. The only thing I'm going to do is backsides clean this. There's some residue, or whatever you want to call it, from where it was attached. It comes off pretty easy. Clean that off and paint it up and put her back. So that's that. And again, that's about it, guys. Thanks for watching. Have a pleasant afternoon.